17-13.
A very interesting 30 minutes ahead here at the Millennium Hall in Versace. Iceland, who will have the ball in red against Slovenia in blue. And this man, Skoff, he could well be the difference between the two teams, because you can bet your bottom dollar with Iceland 4 goals behind and knowing that they need at least a draw to put them through. Skoff is going to be a very busy man. If he can keep Iceland out, then Slovenia will be going through to the main round, because Slovenia know they have to win to guarantee them a place. A draw's not good enough. If Slovenia win, it doesn't mean Iceland are necessarily out, but it does make it interesting, because they'd have to rely on the result between Croatia and Norway. If Norway actually beat Croatia, then that would mean Iceland would be out. So the next 29 minutes or so are going to be crucial here for both teams. Iceland with a good start, they've got their first goal, so 3 behind. But of course, Slovenia can keep the pressure on, so long as they can keep scoring. Just keep the pressure on Iceland, keep them working, keep them moving. Iceland changing their defensive lineup. That's a great goal. Gustafsson back in, but it doesn't stop him. Unable to stop Svizej. Those of you that follow your handball, as you know, Icelandic supporters will be well aware of the fact Iceland have an Olympic silver medal to their name from Beijing, as Pedersen knocks that one in.
Pedersen, second goal.
Looking like a team that would take a medal here at the Euros, and the way they're currently playing, and Gadget's goes straight back down the other end and restores a 4-goal lead again. Pedersen. Sigurdsson goes off on the run around the court. Pedersen tries to find a way. Oh, well, that was intercepted far too easily. Is there a chance here for Slovenia on the fast break? Yes, they do. Dolanic gets it away. In fact, Dolanic coming in a little bit late, but he completely caught the Icelandic defenders by surprise. Fist pump from Svizej. We have these at Svizej.
10-15.
Nice block. Excellent work from Gabet. It's 2 minutes suspension for Dolanic.
2 minutes suspension.
Can't quite believe it. As camera operators not normally in vision. Dolanic can reflect on what it was he did wrong. He tripped him up. That'll be what it is. Pedersen. No way through for Gunnarsson. And it's a penalty. Svizej with a... Well, he went mental then, didn't he? Real scream at the referee. Some words of wisdom from the coach. Say, don't worry, son, just get back on with it. Sigurdsson against Skoff. Oh, Skoff again gets beaten down to his right side. He's got a little habit there, hasn't he, Skoff? Just moves his right foot towards his left And Sigurdsson twice now has gone to the same place where his right foot was standing and has scored. Nice take. Miklovic doesn't get the shot away. Solid defending from Olafsson and Pedersen. Zillman. Miklovic. More space, but too many steps. And Iceland have it, so that's a good piece of defence from Iceland to deny Slovenia, not let them get any further away. And now Iceland come away with the ball, although they've slowed things down. Chance here then. Brilliantly taken. Gajic isn't going to miss from there. The steal from Slovenia. And away he goes, all on his own. Doesn't need anybody else. He's almost in the goal when he lets the ball go. Another steal, another chance here. And Gajic again has scored 2 quick goals for Slovenia. And it's now a 6-goal lead. This could be devastating for Iceland.
Leading by 6 goals now.
What a great piece of handball from Slovenia. They forced the issue. Oh, now it's a miss to follow up. Goff had it covered, he'll tell you that if you ask him. Well, they've even got the nearest of touches on it. And Zillman just slows it down and says, calm down lads, calm down. 5-6 minutes almost on the clock. And Slovenia probably can't quite believe just how far in front they are. High fives all round. Scooby gets another one. Slovenia are running away with it. Iceland called the timeout early on. They'll have another one. There are 3 allowed now in the game. Only Charlton and the extra one. So up to 2.5, depending on when you have it. Under the cosh now, the team in red.
Koncentracija maksimalna! 25 minuti do kontrate! Maksimalno igrati, maksimalna koncentracija! Ni opuštanja niti sekunde! A jasno? Ajde! Ej! Tukaj! Jurej! Tukaj se zgodi! Rajga! Rajga, pust! Da ni 2 minut! Pa ne daj gol! Važi, mogoče škoje plan! Važi! Ajde! Do konca! Slovenija!
Iceland have to step up a gear. They have to show some class. They've got plenty of individual ability, but at the moment, as far as the team is concerned, it's not quite clicking for them. But that might help. Miklovic is off for 2 minutes. Well, any other day, nothing would have happened. Parmesan goes to the floor. So Anderson gets one back. It's been a while, hasn't it? Dolnec is through and he scores. Staffson just stood there and watched. So Sigurdsson gets one back. You just wondered whether Iceland have already given this one up. Are they going to produce something? They need a run of goals and they've got to deny Slovenia. In the back of the mind, Iceland know that really we just need a draw, but at the moment they're so far behind, 6 goals, that's a lot to make up. With 20 minutes to go, and now it's 7, and a 2-minute suspension to boot. Arnar Atlason is going to go off, and that's a big blow for Iceland. Oh, hand right in the face. That's really going to hurt. Just put the palm right up into under his nose of Skube. Still had the presence of mind to get the shot away. Nice finish, Palmerson. All of which, though, is still playing into Slovenia's hands. They're going to have their man back on very shortly, so that means they're going to have the advantage. It's just all clicking, isn't it, for Slovenia? Chance, Skube. Stop Staffson, but Slovenia keep the ball. Body language starting to set. Oh, for goodness sake, the arms are folded. He's not looking happy. He was looking quite cool, calm and collected at the start of the match. But then I think Iceland was just a little bit too blasé at the start of the match. They didn't really force anything. They just kind of wandered up and down the court. Chance now maybe for Iceland as the ball comes away. Sigurdsson with it. Hands it through, and that's a good finish from Olafsson to put that one away. Scored one back against the head, as it were, to deny Slovenia, and then to come away themselves. Sigurdsson to Olafsson, Olafsson scoring. Skoff jumping out of the way. Can they deny Slovenia again? Skube, Vize on the line, also Zorman on the line. Out right to the wing, chance here. Oh, Kemper, is it? No, foot was down, doesn't count. Gajic couldn't quite take it in time. He'd landed before he shot, well spotted by the referee. And the goal will not count. It still won't count, no matter how much pleading that Boris Denic does. You could all see that. The player, Gajic's feet were on the floor as he let go of the ball. Movement now from Iceland, and it's brilliant work from Dolnec to soak up the attack, take a hit for the team, force the offensive foul, and now Slovenia come away with it. Zorman, Dolnec. Skube can move inside, just forced out of it by Pedersen. He's just trying to turn around and get that shot away, open up his shoulders to get to have a crack at Gustafsson. And this time Slovenia lose it. Maybe this is the start of the fight back. 19 minutes to go. Iceland with the ball. into the action now for Iceland is number 3, Gary Kristjansson. Maybe a change of personnel, a change of fortunes for Iceland. And they'll try something. If it's not working, that'll do nicely. Olafsson scores.
Iceland number 15, Pettersson.
My apologies to Olafsson, I thought it was him. Pedersen coming in, he was so on the offload from Atlason. Just 4 in it, soaked up 2. Stop Skube, tries to find some space, but Pedersen denies him.
Penalty shot for Slovenia.
But in the process, it gives away a penalty. Bending in the area. Dolanic against Gustafsson. Scores. Good goal. Well, the devil's in the detail. Right now it looks like Slovenia have got the detail correct. Atlason lost it. Is he going to keep it? Yes, he will. But the initiative lost somewhat. Iceland need to go again and be wary of passive play. Oh, that was a clatter. Lucas Vizé smashing into Palmerson. Well, he got a forearm smash, didn't he, in there? Surreptitiously, not spotted by the refs. Gabarin. Primoz Prost keeping his place on court. Scott having a rest. Sigurdsson is unmissable at the moment from the penalties. 78% from his actual free play scoring. Atlason with the goal. Changing their defensive style as well. 5-1 now. Hal Grimson coming out. A good stop from Gustafsson. Back time he made a save. I'm sure most of you are thinking he hasn't saved much, has he? Pedersen gets rid of it, but it's denied. And Slovenia now can come away with it. Zvize, first goal for him. And the crowd go wild. Nice finish from Pedersen.
Goal for Iceland.
Well, Iceland, despite upping a gear to a degree, getting 3 goals in a row, all it takes is Slovenia just to keep knocking in one and then matching Iceland. They're still able to keep this lead. That's a great finish. Wonderful goal from Dolanic. He's pumped up. He's got great footwork, this Dolanic. Able to open up the space. Sigurdsson. Palmerson taking his position out on the wing. And that's a lovely finish from Kristjansson. Massive clatter. Some players come together. Looks like it's Skube who's had his leg trod on. He's Who's got the 2-minute suspension? Is it Skube or is it Palmerson? That is Pedersen who's off. It looked like it was Palmerson and Skube who clashed. Must have been Pedersen and Skube. It's going so quickly. Have another look. Yeah, Pedersen comes across. Arm comes out. Knocks the ball away. And takes Dolanic out. Skube out. Oh, they're scoring at will now, Slovenia. This is just brilliant.
Number 5.
Double S getting the goal. Quick ball out wide. No one can stop him. Double sec. Just goes past Gustafsson. 5 goals the lead still. Iceland with a player down. And they are struggling. Ooh, good save. Ross will be pretty pleased with that one. Sigurdsson. Oh, Al Grimson and Sigurdsson getting into a right muddle. Schoolboy error from Iceland. Well, they come back with a goal. Sigurdsson rifles that one in. Let's look up to the scoreboard, which will tell him he's still 4 goals short. Sex available on the wing, gets it now and scores. Nice delay in that one. Waited for Gustafsson to commit to the star shape and then just put it straight under his legs. Just watch how long he waits and then shoots. Brilliant. So back up to full strength. Christiansen goes to the line. Iceland can't afford to dally. Christiansen, nice spin, well done, lovely goal. Nice little change up from Christiansen. And this is where Iceland have to keep Slovenia out. Have a look at that goal. And the spin imparted on the ball by Christiansen. Skube again tries to move inside. Gatic and Dolanic just having a little chat, talking tactics. Shelley trying to open some space for him. Zorman. Shelley doesn't even get a hand on it. Wrestled off the ball. Denied by Iceland, and away they come with it now. Hallgrimsson has the ball. Olafsson, he can't find a way through. Pedersen. Hallgrimsson. Palmerson to Sigurdsson. Comes Christiansen. Clock is ticking, gentlemen. And you need at least 4 goals. And that is denied as Slovenia bring the ball away. Spiller back in now for Slovenia, number 13. Slovenia looking just to freshen things up again. It's an incredible number of turnovers for a match. 23 in all. In terms of the number of turnovers we've seen in the tournament so far, there haven't been that many. That's a wonderful goal. Spiller's introduction, a timely one, as he come up with that goal. And now Slovenia matching Iceland goal for goal. The last 6 minutes or so. Olsen trying to get round and pushed and bustled out the way. Christensen denied by Skoff. He's taken over duties from Prost. It's a good effect. Bezjak also in number 8 now. He's lost. That can happen. Change of personnel, just not quite up to game speed. Oh, what a save! Brilliant save from Scott. Great reactions. After initially getting a hand on it, suddenly pounce on it again to stop it from going over the line. Just watch how quickly he gets down to that. Too quick for the cameraman. Good save. Gustafsson this time keeps his legs together. We may have only made a 31% save rate. Skoff. It's when he's making, and that's important. He's kept Iceland out. He's keeping Slovenia in front. Good save, Gustafsson this time. So both keepers being called into action. Hallgrimsson goes down, and it's put away from Olofsson. And now David Spiller has a 2-minute suspension. Referee allowing play to continue. And then coming back to penalise Spiller after the goal was scored. And that was because of what Spiller did to Hallgrimsson, putting his hand in his face. Still offloads the ball, and Olofsson gets the score. And Hallgrimsson knows that Spiller's going to be off and walking. And so now Iceland, with 4 goals behind, want to try and get this ball back quickly off Slovenia and go and attack themselves. Hallgrimsson just edging up the court, trying to force Slovenia into something silly if he can. Bezjak being pushed out by Pedersen and also Jakobsen. Zorman in the area for the attacker, so that means he loses the ball and Iceland can come away with it. Sigurdsson, Atlason, Palmerson, and off goes Christiansen to the line. Loading up the left-hand side are Iceland. Out wide, Olofsson, nice play. Bit of a hammer and sickle move. Everything over one side, loading up the left and then coming over to the right after drawing Slovenia to the left to put the ball away. It's getting interesting now. So it was. Zorman scored to increase the deficit as far as Iceland are concerned. Still 5 behind. The best they've managed in this second half is to get within 4. They just can't seem to get any closer. And time is running out. We're coming into just 8 minutes to go. And now, 6 minutes left. That last 2 minutes went quick, didn't it? Scott makes another save. Massive save from Scott to deny Palmerson. Slovenians have gone into party mode here. The fans are up and singing and jumping around. They can sense that they're going to go through to the main round, and their tournament and support is going to continue on for another week. Zorman drives through, and Scuba takes it, but is denied by Gustafsson. Iceland once more. Pedersen with a bit of pace, but a poor pass, didn't look, and now a chance for Slovenia as they come away on the break. It's 3-on-1. The ball goes inside, but he's in the area. It's not going to count. Zorman didn't jump, whether he just lost his footing, but he didn't leave the floor, just ran straight into the area and shot. Iceland get away with it. 2 minute suspension for Zvize. They're going to make it interesting, Slovenia. And they're going to do it the hard way. They don't need all their players on court. Palmerson going down rather easily, but foul given. 2 minute suspension as well. Hoping to pick a winner. Certainly he'll be picking his team at the moment. Now Scott, he saves this, it will be massive. Nearly, very nearly, he went the right way, but Sigurdsson with too much pace on the ball. Scott can only feel it go past his fingers. He couldn't stop it. Well, this is the closest that Iceland have been to Slovenia in this second half. 3 goals behind. And still time for them to get those 3 goals back. Zorman drives in, doesn't get anywhere. Scooby. Zorman again out wide. Dolanec with it. Grimson. Making a bit of a Slovenian sandwich. Zorman being the pate in the bread. Olofsson in the other piece of bread. Sigurdsson tangling with Gajic and getting the better of him. Slovenia keeping the ball. A speculative effort from Dolanec, passive play being signalled. And now Iceland with a bit of pace from Pedersen. Oh, all on his own. Jakobsson scores. That's where the man advantage definitely counted. Nobody back defending on the line. Jakobsson all alone. A training goal for Jakobsson. Iceland beginning to make their move here, just 2 goals behind now. And some worrying moments for Zorman and co. Where there'll be a timeout coming to Slovenia. Dolanec with an anxious look to the scoreboard and the score clock. Hold out. They need a win, Slovenia. Nothing else will do for them. Draw's no good. They'll be going home. The draw would suit Iceland just fine. Well, that's a brilliant shot from Skube. Iceland keep it. Palmerson. Out wide, but there's a poor pass from Atlason out to Olafsson, and Zorman says, yep, that's ours. Goalie will get things going. It's not looking good for Iceland. Two and a half minutes left for Iceland to do something. And they're not doing a great deal. Skube once again scores with ease. And they edge back in front. A 4-goal lead now for Slovenia. And whilst it's still not all over for Iceland, they're going to be having to rely on the other result between Croatia, who have already qualified, and Norway.
2 minutes. Penalty shot for Iceland.
Well, this is good news for Iceland to get themselves a penalty shot. Gancic having a long chat with the ref. It's not going to change his decision. What a save. And I think now Slovenia are beginning to realise that this is their match, and they're going to be going through to the main round.
Time out.
Iceland call the timeout. Last ditch attempt to try and turn around their fortunes.
Okay, ajde! Seba, pozor, ajde! Seba, pozor! Ajde, dao zvagu! Slovenija! Þegar maður náðum við í 3 mark! Tókum Júki vinstri núna í sókninni! Vorum að vinna boltana, keyra fram! Það er ekkert mann að ræða! Man rási niður fyrsta posti 2 mark, ok? Hei,
Well, the fans getting ever more vociferous as they can sense a victory, and that's all they care about is the win. And it's hard to see how Iceland are going to get 4 goals here with just over a minute left. Well, if that's a bit sloppy, a chance here for Iceland as they bring the ball out. Olafsson. Well, everyone just stood still. It was a great save from Skoff, but there's nothing he could do about the fact that the ball was followed up by number 17. In fact, it was number 3, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Christiansen following up the score. The Slovenian player just stopped. Well, what's going on here? It's a comedy of errors now for Slovenia. Another chance for Iceland, and they score again. 2 quick goals in the last 10 seconds. Now Iceland, I think, if they get another one here, even if they lose, it probably would be enough to keep them through, so long as Norway lose, but it doesn't really matter because Slovenia now have won, and that's it. They are through to the main round, and Iceland could well be on their way out. Well, a fantastic performance from Slovenia. Skube was outstanding, and I'm just wondering whether Gudmundsson is saying, oh, we would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you pesky kids. The Slovenian youngsters have outsmarted the experienced Icelanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to the best player award ceremony for this game.
Slovenia indeed the champion of this match, and their tournament continues. And quite rightly celebrating the fans who have cheered them on throughout. 34-32 the final result.
Please line up for the post-game procedures. Thank you.
Teams now have to line up for the MVP awards for each team.
Please let the teams line up for the post-game procedures. Thank you.
Well, the on-court announcer is screaming at the team to go and line up so they can do the MVP awards, but they just want to celebrate. It's been the game of their tournament. They had two close run-ins but lost. They've come out in game 3, they've won, and it's enough to send them through to the main round. Now they are back for the high fives and the shaking of hands. For Iceland, they still don't know what fate they have and whether or not it's the end of the road for them. If Norway win, then they're out. And I think if Norway draw as well, then they could be out.
Secretary General of Sports Recreation of City of Vršac.
Indeed they would. If Slovenia beat Iceland, which they've done, and Croatia draws with Norway, then Iceland would be going home. So Atlason gets the MVP for Iceland. Not with any smiles though.
The best player for Slovenian team.
Now, who's going to get it for Slovenia? Dolenic could well be favourite.
The best Slovenian player, Jure Dolenec.
And it is Dolenic. A huge applause for him. It certainly means a lot more to get MVP for your team when your team win. Hence the smiles. Although why on earth they've just stood for a pose in front of the actual camera operator.
Thank you for
He doesn't have any stills photography available to him.
match.
Still, it's a nice smile, wasn't it? Dolenic, a happy chappy. The fans, a happy bunch of supporters, and the team are very happy with the result. This is how the stats would have it. Slovenia with 3 from 3 fast breaks, and Iceland had 6 from 9 attempts. And how telling that was. If they'd have got their 9 in, then they would have won the match. Those are how the goals came. So what we do know at the moment is we now have 2 teams through from this group. Croatia and Slovenia are through. This is where the Slovenian attacks and the goals came from. What we're going to find out is who will be joining those two. Will it be Norway or will it be Iceland? There's a lot riding on the next game. That'll be coming up just about 10 past 7. That's how the group looks now. Croatia and Slovenia are comfortable. That's what Norway do. And in fact, if Norway lose, the don't lose too heavily, I think then they would also go through. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that game. There's still one more to come. I'm going to leave you with the highlights from the first game, and I'll be back with you for the start of game 2. Don't go away.